Now at 6, Kansas Governor Laura Kelly visits Pittsburgh to tout her Axe Your Taxes plan. Plus, we'll hear from a Fort Scott Community College professor about an AI program that could be used to cheat on assignments, and how some local students are getting in the Super Bowl spirit to cheer on the Chiefs.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Kansas Governor Laura Kelly's Axe the Tax plan lowered food sales tax to 4% for non-prepared food. This is your KOAM News at 6. I'm Jalen Banks. And KOAM's Amber Jenkins spoke to another business about how they are adjusting.
Lowering the food sales tax is one of the main goals of Kansas Governor Laura Kelly's Axe the Food Tax plan. However, there was some confusion as stores adjusted to the state tax.
There's definitely a little confusion at first because we pretty much just found out from the news about the new laws regarding the tax. Whenever it came to actually implementing it, though, it really wasn't too bad.
Kelly made a stop in Pittsburgh to tout the tax. I asked the governor if there's any state resources to help ease the confusion some business owners have expressed about implementing it.
It doesn't make a difference to the retailer themselves. You know, this is a state tax that they collect and remit. They don't see any of it. They don't keep any of it in their coffers, so it doesn't have any impact on them.
So far, customers at the Pittsburgh Truck and Travel haven't noticed a 4% food sales tax. However, the manager expects heads to turn once the tax hit 0%.
I think the zero is going to be pretty well noticed. Yeah, I think that one's going to be noticed by most people.
However, businesses that are mom and pop country stores, they don't have the same luxury. In fact, I talked to one and they said they are going to upgrade all of their registers just so they can implement this reduced sales food tax. However, they are still having questions. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Businesses like the Pittsburgh Truck and Travel are grateful for the pre-installed software in their registers. They say it made the transition to the reduced rate a lot easier. The Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services awarded a more than $231,000 grant in a bid to enhance suicide prevention efforts in the state. The grant creates the State Suicide Prevention Coalition. Among the group's duties, providing information to policymakers and advocates on what's needed to grow suicide prevention efforts. And Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy joins us with the first look at the weather.
Well, it definitely turned out to be a warm, very windy day for us today. Temperatures went up to 71 degrees, which is kind of crazy. But we also had winds gusting 40 to 50 throughout the day. A lot of clouds out there, but underneath the clouds, we are dry right now. That will change as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. But look at this. We're still sitting into lower 60s across the region. It's still fairly windy. We got these winds kind of sustained 20 to 30. But of course, we're getting gusts, which are much higher than that. As we go through the rest of the evening hours, rain will start to pick up showers after 10 p.m. and eventually we'll drop back to about 43 for an overnight low. So we got showers increasing tonight, periods of rain tomorrow, all the way into Wednesday. We're going to get some decent rainfall amounts, maybe even a little bit of snow by Friday. So we're going to break it all down for you here in just a bit.
All right, see you then. As more programs with artificial intelligence are available for individuals to use, colleges try to make sure they're not used in the classroom. Fort Scott Community College faculty say they want to embrace technology, but they don't want to lose the critical thinking aspect. The college's English teachers in their syllabus mention artificial intelligence products such as ChatGTP, with a program that can even write essays. Teachers discuss the topic with students about the ethical and unethical use of AI.
In the classroom, we want it to be the students' own thoughts, own abilities, own critical thinking on essays and that type of thing, which is primarily where we're seeing the use of AI generators when it comes to reports.
Faculty keep their eyes out for cases in any class that includes writing. If the writing doesn't sound like what the teacher would expect from a student, they look more into it. Teachers also use plagiarism checkers for AI-developed essays. Some local students today gave back to those in need. First graders from St. Mary's, Colgan, and Pittsburgh visited the Ronald McDonald House of Joplin. While they were there, the students donated a variety of items and took a tour of the house. The class's teacher says she began bringing her students to the charity in 2009 after she needed to stay there.
Made some decorations to put on the tables for centerpieces, some Valentine decorations. And we also made some decorations to hang on the doors to welcome the guests when they arrive, and made some Valentines to leave in the room.
The Ron McDonald House provides temporary housing for families with seriously ill children in the hospital. If you somehow weren't aware, the Chiefs will be playing in the Super Bowl on Sunday. To celebrate, schools all over the 4 states are hosting Chiefs Spirit Weeks. In Carl Junction, Missouri, today was Mahomes Monday. Students were encouraged to wear their Mahomes jerseys, headbands, wigs, anything to look like the MVP quarterback.
Yeah, kind of proud, but he used to play for the Ravens, but I never thought that he would play for the Chiefs, just the Chiefs is such a big team. I just never thought that he'd make it that far.
Spirit Week at Carl Junction will also include Touchdown Tuesday, Winning Wednesday, and Travis Throwback Thursday, as well as Red Friday. Coming up, we'll look at fundraising efforts to renovate the miniature golf course in Pittsburgh, plus why movie theater tickets in Pittsburgh will be getting more expensive this year. The miniature golf course at Four Oaks has been closed since 2020. One local retiree is raising money to put a new one in so that he can take his grandkids there. KOAM's Carrie Worthen has more on this story.
It was either God or my grandkids that said, we want a new golf course, our new miniature golf course.
A local resident, Joe Leake, has volunteered to lead a fundraising drive to not only redo, but replace the now vacant course.
I'm a grandfather, what can I do to help? And so I said, well, if you need help to raise some money, then let me know. I would be willing to do it.
The mini golf course had as many as 6,000 rounds played annually before it closed for good. Parks and Rec Director Toby Book says maintenance during COVID decreased.
The course has been in a little bit of a disrepair. Attendance fell off during COVID, so we decided to look at exploring options for a new course instead of sinking an investment into an older course. And the group, the committee that we met with decided that going new would be better. So we had to start the grant writing process and the fundraising process.
A requirement of the Land and Water Conservation Fund grant application is to have the local match in place before awarding it. Of the $175,000 needed to match, Leaks only has $35,000 left to secure in pledges.
It's been a long process already, and hopefully we can get the answer we want and get moving with it. And we've had a lot of people in the community express their support and show their support for it, so that's a good thing.
There was something inside me that said that this would be good for our community. It would be another arrow in the quiver of community attractions for Pittsburgh, Kansas.
The goal is to secure 18 individual whole sponsorships on the $10,000 each to secure the necessary funding to match the LWCF grant to complete the project. Any additional funding will be used to enhance the features and attractions of the mini golf course. In Pittsburgh, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
Until the grant is accepted, Joe Leake is offering a letter of intent to commit funding. Full sponsorships will be $10,000 and a half sponsorships to be $5,000. And if you want more details on a way to pledge, you can go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. AMC, which operates the theater in Pittsburgh, is going to charge more for certain seats in its theaters. For now, there will be 3 options. First is standard price, which AMC says will be the most common seats. If you want a seat in the middle of the theater, you'll have to pay a premium. And sitting in the front row will cost less than a regular ticket. The new pricing rolls out Friday in New York, Chicago, and Kansas City. It's set to hit all AMC theaters before the end of the year. A little later, there's another round of high school athletes signings today. We'll learn who's going where in sports.
Plus, rain is going to start to increase for us as we go through the overnight hours. I'm going to give you those details coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be a very warm and very windy day for us today. We had temperatures lower 70s. We had winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour, which is moving pretty good. Also, a lot of clouds all day long, which you can see still out there right now in our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, if you're going to be out this evening, the temperatures are going to stay mild. You can see the 60s across the region. Now, we have this cold front, fairly cold, strong cold front that is sinking in. It's not Arctic air, but it's colder air behind it, and that colder air is going to head toward us as we go through about the next 24 to 36 hours. The winds are going to stay strong throughout the evening and at least windy over the next couple days. But look at these wind gusts. We're getting gusts still outside, kind of in that 35 upwards to 40, upwards to 45 mile per hour range. All right, through the rest of the evening hours, showers start popping up, especially after midnight for us tonight. And eventually we'll get down into lower 40s for overnight lows. A lot of clouds out there right now, but there's nothing really underneath the clouds as of yet. That will start to change later on tonight, especially after about 10 p.m. We'll start to get some showers, maybe even a few embedded little thunderstorms. So here's 10:30. You can see this line right here. This is our cold front sinking south. So we're going to have scattered showers along the front. So here's 1:30 in the morning, scattered showers, a few embedded thunderstorms, nothing strong, nothing severe, especially lining up after 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, right along the I-44 corridor. When you get up in the morning, if you live in our northern counties, mainly just clouds, but from the metro south, you're going to be dealing with showers across the region. Then we have periods of showers throughout the day. Here's the noon hour, but watch how they start to creep back into our northern counties once we get into the afternoon. This is going to be widespread, heavier rain once we get into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Periods of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Here's midnight tomorrow night. Periods of rain into Wednesday morning. We may get a little bit of a break Wednesday morning, and then the backside of this system is going to rotate in late Wednesday, Wednesday night, into Thursday morning, and then this system will be gone. Now, with this backside, colder air is going to be working in, so we may get a few flakes of snow that mix in Wednesday night, but 95% of this next system looks mainly on the liquid side. All right, look at our rain chances. Here's midnight, here's 3 a.m. go up, kind of down a little bit in the morning, and then shoot up through the morning and really start to shoot up late in the day tomorrow into tomorrow night. We also can use the rain. And rainfall amounts look pretty good, actually. Pretty decent, especially from Pittsburgh south, 3/4 of an inch upwards to an inch, and there may be some isolated spots that get higher amounts than that. All right, rain, just plan for on and off showers throughout the day. Kind of raw and cold temperatures hold into the mid-40s as we go through the daytime hours for us on Tuesday. Showers tomorrow night, rain on Wednesday. We do get a break on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to have to watch this system. Another little system could give us some morning snow showers. We're going to kind of wait and see what it looks like over the next few days. And then the weekend, Saturday looks great. Super Bowl Sunday, a few showers late in the day.
It's always crazy how, today we have a record high. You said 71, right?
Yeah.
And then come Friday, we could have some snow.
I know. That's how we do it around here.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thank you, Doug. Still ahead, the Kansas City Chiefs touch down in Arizona ahead of the weekend Super Bowl. And 7 Columbus student athletes signed to continue their careers in college. Jacob Leonard joins us with more after the break.
Well, we have a couple big signing classes today in Southeast Kansas and Southwest Missouri. Starting in Columbus, 7 student athletes signed today to continue their careers at the next level in 5 different sports. And we're going to get to them all here real quick. Addie Saporito signs today to wrestle at Ottawa University. Aubrey Saporito will play softball at the next level, signing to play at Crowder College. Now, Faith Henry continuing her volleyball career, going to Springfield to play for Evangel. Now, one football player today, that's Brett Hamilton. He's staying in Southeast Kansas to play for Coffeyville Community College. Now, the last 3 are baseball players. Landon Midget, like Hamilton, is headed to Coffeyville. Colt Ungehauer signs today to play baseball at Fort Scott Community College. And Seth Stover, he's going to the MIAA. Stover signs today to play for the Emporia State Hornets.
My brother-in-law went out and played football for Emporia, so he kind of introduced me, walked me along through the whole process, and he was there when I went on the visit, introduced me to coaches, and since I have family up there, that's just a bonus to going up there. And the coaches were great, facilities were great, and I just felt like the right place.
My first year, I really want to try to play, get on the field, and then eventually have to leave Coffeyville at some point because it's junior college, so I'm trying to go D2, D1, whatever I can do, whatever opportunities I can get from coaches.
They really showed me that how much they wanted me. They made that extra effort to come and recruit me and try really hard. And they told me, it really is. It's you got to perform, and we're trying to get you to the next level, and they're just giving me that platform.
I practiced with some of the girls, and they were wonderful, so inviting, so sweet, and their team was just so together, and I loved that about them.
Now to Neosho, another big signing class this afternoon. 5 Neosho High School seniors signed today to move on and play in college. And Maddie Ebbinghaus is going to continue her track and field career in Massachusetts, signing to LaSalle University. Carly Ellick is headed north, signing to play basketball at Johnson County Community College. Then we got 3 football players. Aiden Howell is going to Westminster College. And Isaiah Green and Carter Bosley, they're going to stay teammates and stay local. Those 2 signed today to play for Atiba Bradley and the Missouri Southern Lions.
Missouri Southern, just from the first phone call I had with them, it seemed like home, and it seemed like they were building a family up there, and that's what really pushed me to commit there. They seemed like they were really interested in me. They seemed like they had a plan for me, and it seemed like the best fit for me.
The coaches they're just great. I went over to a camp this summer there, and I got to know them. And I went to a couple game day visits, and just getting to talk to them and getting to know them, it just became obvious that they were the right choice for me.
They're a great program. They're undefeated currently, and the coach really stuck out to me. I mean, he really had a passion, for the game, and so I definitely thought that was the place to go.
The Kansas City Chiefs are just 6 days away from facing the Eagles in Super Bowl 57. The Chiefs landed in Arizona yesterday to start preparing for Sunday's game. Now, tonight is media night in Glendale. We're going to hear from the team right here tonight at 10. And it's only Monday. Game is obviously Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. I can tell you right now, it's going to feel like such a long week of talking about this game before we actually get to it, because I'm just excited for it.
Yeah, it's been so painful. Even like leading up to the Pro Bowl, I'm watching it. I'm like, man, I wish we could just get through this.
I didn't watch any of the Pro Bowl, but I am excited for the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's it for sports. We'll be back with more after this. Here's a look at what's coming up on the KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll have more on how Fort Scott Community College is responding to the growing popularity of ChatGTP. Plus, parents in Neosho, Missouri get a chance to learn about a new STEAM academy opening up. And the American Academy of Pediatrics releases new guidelines for treating childhood obesity. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. While the Hub released its list of the best and worst cities for football fans, and Kansas City, no surprise, is top 10. According to the list, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is number 1. Kansas City comes in at number 10 on the list. At the bottom of the list, Lawrence, Kansas comes in at 245 out of 249. While the Hub says they determine the list based on the number of professional and college teams in a city, stadium capacity, and fan engagement, among other metrics.
It's interesting.
I'm surprised Kansas City's not a little higher, and I'm also surprised Lawrence isn't a little bit higher.
Yeah, right?
So.
Yeah. All right, Doug, what do you have for us?
All right, tonight showers starting to sneak in, especially after 10 or 11 p.m. And then just kind of on and off showers through the night, through tomorrow night, through Wednesday. So wet next couple days.
All right, Leonard, what do you have for us?
All right, it's 6:28. At 6:31, if you have the KOAM News app, you're going to get an alert. We're going to have all 7 interviews from all 7 signees at Columbus High School today. So you got like 2.5 minutes to get the app, and then you can hear from all 7 of those student athletes.
All right, thanks, guys. Well, thank you for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. We'll see you then.